What's good, fellow spirits? It is I, Spiritgooroo, back with another tarot reading. Thanks for popping in for the midweek. I'm starting to do these on Thursday instead of Wednesday just because I feel like it makes more sense as we head into the weekend. So anyway, yeah, welcome back to the channel. I do general tarot readings. Just be warned that I am a Leo, and I kind of base this off my own energy. So if you're a Leo or a fire sign or have that somewhere in your house, this may resonate for you. And even if it doesn't, it may still, because, you know, ultimately we're all on the human journey, right? So let's get into it. Let's see what we got. Spirit, speak to me, speak to me. Show me what I need to see. Oh, I already got one. King of Pentacles, I like that. Oh yeah, I do past, present, future. The Fool, I like this. I'll go ahead and take that one. Strength, I like it, I like it, I like it. Okay, so past, present, future. The past energy or recent past energy, we got the King of Pentacles. This is somebody who's in control of their surroundings, their material world, their finances, their health, all physical representations. As far as our reality goes, like material, they up, they're up, and they're stuck, they're stable. You know what I'm saying? So even if you've been in a situation where your finances haven't been the best or you haven't been the most stable, at some point you definitely locked it in that, you know what, you're going to become it. And, you know, it sounds like someone here is definitely, like, it's sunking in that the only way to, you know, start living the reality that you want is to start being the person who's living that reality. And, you know, and by that I mean just doing the things that that person would do, that has everything you want, that has a relationship, that has, you know, the stability, the abundance that you want. What does that person do with his day, every day? How does that person do everything that he does? You know, does he like make excuses for why it's not what it is, why he wants it to be? Or does he do everything he can to make it as good as it can be? You know what I'm saying? Or she, whoever's watching this. Let's get some clarifiers for the King of Pentacles. That one came up already. King of Cups, lots of king energy here. This is somebody who definitely finally, like, their emotions were probably going running wild. They didn't know what to do with them, but they finally came to a point where, like, you know what, nope, not feeling this anymore. I felt my feelings, I've acknowledged them, but at the end of the day, like, they can't stop me from getting where I'm going, you know? And yeah, and that may have been hard to do. Yeah, struggling to get a hold of your feelings, but you eventually did it because this is the king, and now that's put you in the King of Pentacles energy, where it's like, okay, now it's time to show this grace that I've given myself on the outside, right? So that brings us to the current energy, which is the Fool. So this is actually the first card in the tarot deck, and that's like representation of starting a new journey, like going out into the world like bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. And I love that this King of Pentacles energy came before this, because the energy that from that energy is the safest way to go about this Fool energy, you know? Like, once you have the stability, and now it's time to like go out, explore, and do things that you want, do things that thrill you. And that's like what's on your mind now. I know I can definitely speak for myself. It's what's been on my mind lately. I was like, look, man, at the end of the day, I know I can design my life. My life looks how I want it to look. It looks how I decided to look every day, you know? So I can either look at it like, look at reality as it is and allow myself to be depressed by it because it isn't what I want it to be, or I can focus on the things that I have that I knew I wanted in the past, but I have now, and the things that I know I'll get in the future. Like, focus on the wants. You know, we neglect our wants so much, and I feel like that's why a lot of miserable people are miserable, because they're in denial with themselves, that they neglect what they want. Be honest with yourself about what you want. You know, see, more royal energy, Queen of Pentacles. So clarifying the Fool, we got the Nine of Swords and then the Queen of Pentacles, right? So this is kind of like representation. I feel like someone has somebody that is definitely supporting them. If it's not them, that they still find a way to support themselves through whatever they're going through. And through this, they've gone through some shit. This is like the anxiety card. You know, even now I still feel a lot of anxiety, but it's, you know, this Queen of Pentacles, knowing that that nurturing feeling that everything is going to be all right, like physically, not just emotionally or mentally, but physically, everything is going to be all right. You know, that's what allows you to, that what gives you the mental freedom and the financial stability to be the fool in your life, you know? Mental freedom, mental, what did I mean to say? You know what I'm saying. So, all right, let's clarify the strength card. So, strength is really self-explanatory. Shout out to the Leos, fellow Leos. This is our card. You know, in order to get what you want, that's what it's going to take. Period. You know, I was just watching a video from if you watch YouTube, you probably know, and you're in the, you know, personal development, entrepreneurial space, you know who Alex Hormozy is. And I was just watching one of his videos, and he was saying that, you know, a huge part of being success is like doing the unsexy shit. You know, I reflect on my past and my past situation. The way I used to feel, especially when I was struggling the most, is, you know, I wanted like a quick way to get to what I want. I just wanted to leave that negative state of being as quick as possible. So like I didn't embrace the fact that I had to go through that in order to really like hone in on what I really wanted, in order to like commit to it to the point where I was like determined I'll never get back to it again. And I'm definitely at that place now. And it is a struggle sometimes because look, sometimes the road up is not always sexy, you know, but the thing is, it's always rewarding though, if you're keeping your eye on the fact that you're being the most authentic version of you. You're heading towards your most authentic version of reality. You know what I mean? You just have to have the strength, the strength to keep that going, you know? So let's get some clarifiers for strength. Dude, more royal energy. Queen of Wands, look, keeping your eye on what you want. Keeping your eye on what the fuck you want. Let's see, give me another clarifier here. I'm getting better at shuffling. It ain't taking me as long to pull a card to see. Like, the more you practice at something, you know what, this card showed itself to me earlier, and I didn't pull it, but this is how the universe works. When you meant to see something, you meant to see it. The 10 of Cups. Besides the Sun, this is the happiest card in the deck. This is everything you want, emotionally, financially. You got the whole nine. Whatever it is for you, your life is exactly the way you want it to be. The 10 of Cups, emotional fulfillment through having control of your wants, and then having the strength to put these things first. Your wants, your desires, and your own, like, just fucking happiness first. Having the strength to focus on that and feel those things without the environment around you reflecting it back to you yet necessarily. You have to give it time, and it will. Like, look, we have to believe this. Like, you have to believe this. I'll say this to myself all the time. What is not believing it gotten you? You know what I'm saying? People always like to say, like, keep it, like, want you to, like, keep an eye on reality and, like, keep it real. All these things are going on in the world and blah, 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 blah. Like, look, at the end of the day, our lives are our lives, and what we give our attention to grows, period. And, like, you always 100% of the time have control of what you give your attention to, what you give your effort to, what you give your time to. You always have control. You always have a choice, even when it feels like you don't. Like, you're choosing to not have a choice. You know what I mean? So once you apply that to the things you want, choose to not have a choice, but to be the happiest version of yourself, the healthiest version of yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's when things change. So, all right, I'm gonna leave this video here. I like to keep my videos around this length. I don't wanna have you on here forever. Look, if you want a personal readings, I've been really bad in this in the past, but I gotta do this. If you want personal readings, hit up the email address that I'll leave in the description every time. Only the people who make it to the end of the video will even see this. So those are the only people I want to work with anyway, you know, people who actually, you know, reciprocate the time and effort that I put into it to, you know, so we can, like, spiritually grow together, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, personal readings, hit the email address in the bottom, and I'll correspond with you and send you the link to my Etsy store, and we'll go from there. So, yeah, until our beginning of the week next week, yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. This is Spiritgooroo. Peace.